Good morning, RHS. Welcome to the Ram Report. We've made it. Today is Friday, January 16th, and it is a B-Day.
That's right. The weekend is almost here, but first, please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise as we honor the United States and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
The Freshman Class Council will be holding a meeting for anyone interested in helping today during unit lunch.
This Monday, we pause to reflect, honor, and continue the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Here's a special message from the Black Student Union on unity, justice, and hope.
Good morning, everyone. Today I want to take a moment to talk about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose words and actions helped change the course of American history. Dr. King was a civil rights leader who believed deeply in equality, justice, and nonviolence. At a time when Black Americans faced segregation, discrimination, and violence, he chose to fight hate with peace. He believed that change did not come from anger or revenge, but from courage, unity, and love. One of Dr. King's most powerful ideas was people should be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. His dream was not just for Black Americans, but for a future where everyone could live with dignity and respect. Dr. King's work reminds us that standing up for what is right is not always easy, but it is always necessary. He showed that ordinary people can make extraordinary change when they work together and refuse to accept injustices as normal. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Those words remind us that his dream is not just about history, it's about a responsibility we all share. Thank you.
Thank you, Jana and BSU. And now, who's making it to the Super Bowl and who's getting sent home? Jacob Lifshie and Jake Rubin are back again to break down the Super Bowl bracket and share their predictions. You might not agree with all of them, but let's toss it over to Jacob and Jake in Studio B.
Thanks, Libby. Me and Jake are back again to give you our predictions for the NFL playoffs. In the AFC, we have the Broncos versus the Bills.
Bills' money line is at minus 110. Broncos' money line is at minus 115. This is basically a toss-up. I don't love the Broncos. I think they're on fraud watch this week. Bo Nix doesn't impress me. That defense is okay, but they are at home. But at the same time, the Bills have Josh Allen. I'm not betting against Josh Allen. I think he's going to go back to the Super Bowl, maybe even win it this year, so I'm going with the Bills.
I totally agree. I have the Bills winning over the Broncos. The Bills have the best player, Josh Allen, so that's all you got to say. Next, we have the Patriots versus the Texans.
Patriots' money line is plus 140. Texans are minus 180. I really like this Texans money line at minus 180. They are away. They're playing Drake May, but Drake May didn't have a great game last week. I think the Patriots are also on fraud watch this week, and the Texans have one of the best defenses I've ever seen in my life, so I'm going to go with the Texans.
You know, this is really hard, but I do have the Patriots beating the Texans. Drake May. Or Drake, yeah, he's the best. That's all you got to say. And now over the NFC, we have the Seahawks versus the 49ers.
49ers are at plus 230, and the Seahawks are at a whopping minus 320. I don't love that line. I think it's a little bit steep, but at the same time, I can't really bet against the Seahawks. I know Sam Darnold is a bit fraudulent as well, but I just really can't bet against them. They're at home, and their defense is really, really good. I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
The 49ers, you know, they're losing a lot of key players, so I do have the Seahawks smoking them today. Last, it's the Bears versus the Rams.
Rams are at minus 190. Bears are at plus 150. I got two words for you. Cardiac Bears. They're going to win this game in a close one. Best game of the week.
I do have the Rams destroying the Bears, you know. Caleb Williams is not really the best. That is our divisional round predictions. I'm going to send it back to Libby in Studio A.
Thanks, Jacob. Now let's take a look at our forecast for the weekend. Friday will be sunny with a high of 30 and a low of 18. Saturday will be a wintry mix with a high of 35 and a low of 26. And Sunday will be a wintry mix with a high of 32 and a low of 20. That's a wrap for this week's Ram Report. We'll see you bright and early on Wednesday morning.
Don't forget to subscribe to Ram Studios on YouTube for all the latest content.
Have a great weekend. Go Rams! Don't